We're at the park because there's a picnic going on with our youth group. And this is Priory Park, it's not South Church. It's much bigger than South Church. And then the other park, I had to take 2 buses to get here. And we have food. We're meeting by a bandstand. We'll film that soon enough. Or we should be able to film it while walking. How are you feeling? Excellent. What time is it? How well have we done? That's actually really good. It's only taking us 45 minutes to get here. Plenty of trees, grass. The grass here looks a lot better than ours at home. Can of Pepsi Max and a thing here. A thing. The thing. The thing. So don't. Thing. It's beautiful weather. It's not just this toilet. That one. That one. That. I mean, these must be geniuses at work right here. I mean, who could come up with that? Just genius. Utter genius. We're back and we just had dinner. Didn't want to show you that because I got this yesterday. I forgot to show you. This is a brand new part and it is huge. Look at it compared to the laptop. It is humongous. And I know it's a big taste, but gosh. And it was only £2 now. The portion size is 4 chunks, which is actually really good. I'm gonna have the 4 chunks and put it back in the fridge because chocolates, in my opinion, is the best when it just comes out the fridge. Especially the caramel one. Leave that in there for one day. Beautiful. Don't know what show this is, but we're gonna open this up. I'm not gonna do a taste test, but just need to eat some of it now. I tried to break off 4 pieces, but I ended up breaking 8 and a bit. And that's what it looks like in the middle. So I'm going to try and put it in sections again. But this is really nice. This is really thick chocolate. About the same thickness or more than my laptop. Okay, while I'm watching the Queen's 90th birthday celebration, I'm so sorry. Right, that should be good. I thought I'd tell you a little funny story from last night. Last night, as you saw, I went to a party. It was Val, who is the sister of my dad's best friend. So we always go to their parties. I had forgotten because I guess I wasn't thinking about it. And it got to the very end, and where it was at a place called Chase School. And you have the hall, and then you have a football sort of pitch outside. And there were a couple of footballs out, so I had gone out there a second time to play football with these strangers. Didn't know them at all. They're very nice. I get back inside because they're turning the floodlights off for the football pitch, and that's fine because it's getting quite late and obviously people nearby, that's probably going to affect their sleep, so that's fine. We go back in and there's not as many people, and at the back end of the hall you've got like a sofa, more like sofa chairs, and then at the other end you've got more like normal chairs, like harder chairs. Now the sofas were all taken up by people by the time we got there because we arrived an hour after the party had started because Dad was not able to stay there for the whole time. Anyway, so I sit down on one of those sofas because they're free, and I'm just sitting there, don't even sit there for a minute, and this little toddler, he must be 3, 4, probably even nearer 3 than 4. He comes up to me, he sort of walks up to the spot next to me because I am sat right at the edge. He comes up to me, he has a little cake in his hand. He looks at me, not sort of nervous, can I sit here, but just like, hi. And I'm just like, oh, okay. He sits next to me. Now, I'm not looking at him or making conversation because he is a total stranger to me. This 3-year-old boy has sat next to me. But I feel like out of the corner of my eye, I can't see anything, but I feel like he's not just sitting there. And I don't hear anything, you know. I'm not saying I would hear him eat his cake, but there was no noise. And I was like, do I say hi? This 3-year-old boy. And he's all dressed up and smart, and he has like check shirt, and he is really sweet. And then I felt a jab at my side, and I looked to him, and he sort of looks like he's just stopped smiling. I'm like, did you poke me? He gives a little nod, and I'm like, should I smile? I can't get weirded out. I can't pull that face at a 3-year-old. What do I do? I have no idea who this kid is. I have never seen him before in my life. And I turn back around because I just give him a little smile, just like, you know, I'm a bit confused. My mum and dad are thinking opposite. They're finding this hilarious. And I was pretty sure that he wasn't really doing anything. So when his mum, she finally comes over and says, do you want to sleep on the sofa? Because it's about 11 o'clock by then, which is about the time we left. And he sort of goes, yeah. And he ends up going back with her. And then I was like, Mum, was he staring at me? And she went, yes, he was just staring at the side of your head for the whole time. Wasn't even eating his cake, didn't even touch it, just staring at you. How do you react to a total stranger? Let alone a total stranger who is 3 years old. What do you say? And my mum was like, oh, you could have said, oh, that's a nice little cake you got. No, because I'm pretty bad socially as it is, but for a 3-year-old. And then I thought maybe he was out there when we were all playing football. Maybe he recognised me. But I had no idea how to react. And then today we were at the park, and the girl I was hanging out with was called Ruth. I have never met her before. She was a really nice person. We ended up actually hanging out. I actually climbed a tree for the first time, which I've never done before. I've done so many other things, but I've just never climbed a tree. So we were hanging out, and we decided to go for a wander around just quickly, and we were talking about the things we like, and I said, oh, I warn you, I'm obsessed with Pokemon. She said, that's okay, I'm obsessed with Minions. And we're having a nice talk, and we found out we're pretty much opposite in a lot of things. She loves greyhounds, I love sort of the heavy dogs, like the bull mastiffs, German shepherds, the big, you know, heavy dogs. And we get to the park. I've never been around this park. We go around to this sort of angle, and it sort of leads to the road, and we see 2 people who were from Blades, which is what happened this afternoon. Okay, good, the culprit's going. So my brother's there as well, because I thought he was too old for it, but he came along because turns out that's okay, he can come after all. I had left him in the field, like a 5-10 minute walk away. The way we had come, we had gone around the cafe, we had gone around the garden, we had gone around so many thick tracks. It was a bit ridiculous. So we get to the top of the road, and we're like, oh, we better turn back. We turn around, and James is right behind us. So my brother, he was off on the field doing something totally different to me. He had followed us the entire way without us noticing, without me noticing. She had already met him, she had already known he was my brother. Without making even a sound, he had followed me all that way. And that's kind of creepy. Just making sure he's not following me. Now, it could have been just because he wanted to make sure I was there. And I was like, oh my gosh, he gave me a heart attack. Why? I was like, are you bored? And he went, no. I was like, oh, okay then. It was so awkward because we were talking like there was no one there. We never talked about anything personal because I literally just met her. But I was kind of a bit concerned. He's in the bathroom now, so I hope he hasn't heard that. But, oh my gosh, he has... That is just creepy. Right guys, I'm going to end the vlog here. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's 10:30, so I'm going to head to bed now. I've got college tomorrow. One more day to revise for film studies and plan it out. So it should be good. See you tomorrow.